What's up, everyone? It's your girl JJ Beats here, and today I wanted to discuss Gura's graduation because a lot of people are panicking over this. However, I don't see it that way, probably because I'm not in like the know-it-all. I feel like a lot of people are mourning because they think she won't stream anymore. And I just want to bring like a positive mindset to it, like because maybe she might not stream anymore as Gura. However, a lot of people are forgetting that streamers usually have like a OG account, right? And so I was digging, right, and although Gura could not officially say it, a lot of people tend to dig it up or make quite a few nods to it, right? So I was looking it up, right, and she apparently has an old account, right, called Sensawa, right? And it's already going crazy, the video of whatever video she made. She only has 25 videos there, but she has 1 million people. So I feel like it's because a lot of people found her channel out. But let me just check to make sure if we can actually get some audio of her, because she was doing covers and whatnot. Old Town Road cover. Let's see if she was actually doing this type of stuff. So I looked at it, right? This is the channel, by the way. It's Sensawa, as in SENZAWA. SENZAWA. Yeah, right. That's how it's called. Senzawa, right? Yeah. The horses in the back. Horse tag is attached. Hat is matte black. Yeah, so if you can't tell, that sounds like Gura's voice, right? And so there's quite a few people, I guess, that piled up from all the live that went there, but she was getting views from that channel regardless. I don't know how that worked. So let's see if anyone's responding. Nope, not a lot of these people are from like 5 years ago, so no one, I guess, has converted to there yet. But she already had 1.1 million over there. So graduation, Gura. I kind of find it hard to. I guess, like, if you're looking at the negative, it would be the fact that there's disagreements, right? But if you look at, if she does go back, if she does decide to come back, right, she could come back as Senzawa, if that is allegedly her, right? I'm not really sure how much she could say with that, right? So, but let me see there are VTubers who usually talk about this stuff, right? I'm not gonna watch their videos per se, but it's something you guys could get like the
hey, what's up, guys?
The photos of what could happen. That's a hater thing. I don't really care about that.
Hey, what's up, guys? Over here.
So let me pull this up for y'all's. So yeah, I guess I should probably hide myself for the time being. Let me hide it real quick, and then I'll come back. Give me a second. So like, I know a lot of people want to cry because they think their VTuber is going, and you know, she could just retire in general. That could be the case where she requires in general, but this is her past life, Senzawa, right? This says #1 Gura fan. I know a lot of people could say that, but I don't know. When you hear their voice, they're pretty darn similar. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, people are definitely trickling down because she was not at 126 when I started. She was at 135. So people are already going here. The video, and I'm pretty sure they had. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. If you see this, you can see all the support she's getting, right? And then people talk about how she was super iconic, and then some people talked about negatives, but I don't think this was him. I don't even know what this means. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna comment on stuff I'm not aware of. You had the announcement, right? And I'm sure a lot of people could speak more eloquently than me. I was just trying to give like a sense of hope, is that like even if she retires as Gura, she could always come back as Zenzawa. And if it's not about what the VTuber look like, that's what a lot of people tend to tell me, right? It's not about what you look like, it's about your personality or the character, right? Then people shouldn't have a problem with going to support Zenzawa, because allegedly they are the same person, right? And a lot of people are talking about reasons for this disagreements with Hololive management disagreement. I mean, we saw it with Niji Sanji. When you're in corporate, a lot of people tend to forget that you're going through their business rules. Because if you look through the corporate way of doing things, right? And you look at the accounts of the Hololive people, because I was trying to look at all their accounts. You can see that all they have is YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, most of the time, right? And their merch, right? Why do I bring that up? So when you're indie, if you notice what I have Throne, I have Ko-Fi, I have whatever other methods, right? You don't see that with the other YouTubers who are doing it via the idol corporations, because you have to give corporate their money, and unless they're using like a business PayPal that corporate would take care of, I don't see how that would work. So the only reason I brought that up is because when I had noticed the money thing, because I had recorded a reaction to it in my reaction in my other channel, right? I was just like, wait a second, is there no other way to support the artist? Because I know you guys want to support like the performer, as in the character who is Gura, the person who is Gura, and not Hololive, because everyone's talking about Hololive, like, oh, what's these disagreements, which we don't know the disagreements. But like stuff happened. Hololive, same thing happened with Niji Sanji. All this stuff usually happens with corporate. When you're a corporate streamer. But if a lot of you notice, like if you like try to research and whatnot,
sing alone in my shower to singing.
You will notice that if you ask people, would you decide to go corporate, or would you do it yourself? A lot of people will take the corporate route. And why is that? Because it would be easier to foster your audience. Like, let me see, in 5 years she garnered 4.45 million people, right? And then it could trickle down to where you originally were at. Because think about people like Doki Bird, like Zion, But a lot of people don't think about all the negatives that happen, like all the mental health, everything that will go to draining you, to making you feel like you're mentally unstable and mentally ill, or want to unalive yourself, right? They just think about the numbers, like, well, if you have that, you could get all the help you need, and sometimes the pressure's not worth it. So, and maybe you think, oh, I would be able to handle it. I mean, you could, maybe. Who knows? I can't say you can or can't, but for the most part, it's more so. It's being a celebrity in a way. They are idols, right? Like, if I went from, let's say, my gaming channel, not this channel, because this channel is kind of on the side, but let's say my gaming or reaction channel, so I only hit 100,000 to 1 million subscribers, all in a span of a day. And with that, you'll get a lot of haters and a lot of supporters, but you'll mostly see the haters. And I bring that up is because, I mean, people automatically will think you're perfect, or because you have corporate, you'll know what you'll be able to say and what not, when that just isn't the case. Some people will not know what to say, what to do, how to react to situations. Are they wrong for that? I cannot say. Because it really depends on the situation. A lot of people tend to react to what happens without knowing the context of what happens. And I've experienced some of that issues myself, where it's just like, whoa, people will take what you say one way when it never meant that to begin with. But you can't change how people will react to a situation. You can only focus on yourself and how you deal with the situation. But I think it's just very interesting because a lot of people are mourning, and I feel like when it comes to the mourning, it's like if you're mourning about losing Gura, maybe people don't understand that she might come back as a different person, allegedly. And so it's like, oh, it's hitting almost like I won't see my favorite streamer again. However, she might come back, she might not. And if she doesn't come back, there are other VTubers to watch. And they're not even smaller ones I'm talking about like bigger ones too, who are still not even with like Niji-san or Hollow Lab or whatever, but are indie. So that maybe this means that this is a opportunity for not only the fans but for Gura herself. So like, although she's gonna step down as Gura, she can finally pursue what she would like to do, how she would like to run it, as whoever she decides to become next. That makes sense. And then you as the audience could decide to follow her or not, because if you're gonna follow her, you're gonna follow her regardless if she has backing, correct? And then as for the other people, maybe if you decide not to follow Gura anymore, you could finally, maybe you could find someone else to watch, someone uprising or someone who's already on there, because there are still quite a few VTubers. With the impact that was made with the first generation, even if people want to say Gura, but I would just say the first generation with the legacy with the English VTuber as a whole, it made a lot of people want to become VTubers. So that I feel like even if someone can't exactly replace someone, which is not really what you're supposed to do, because you could have remembrance of someone, you could always find comfort in something else. Like, let's say, for example, if I don't ever become a big streamer or something like that, that's fine. I will decide to work on something else if I really think streaming is not for me. I try other things for that very reason. Now, Granted, I understand some people might not see it that way, but maybe it's just a stepping stone into something that you can look forward to in the future. So that's just kind of my thoughts on the whole situation. Like, yes, it's okay for you to mourn or be sad, because although I don't have really someone where I'm like super attached to as a content creator or as a streamer or as anyone who I've seen, I think I could kind of understand where people are coming from. It's just like, imagine if there's like one person you're watching all the time, and then suddenly they're no longer there. So it is kind of like a sense of loss. But as she the person who played Gura is still with us, I would think it would be kind of a way to enjoy the time left with her and support her regardless. And if the future has something else in store with her in terms of being an entertainer and streamer for you guys, and you guys can keep supporting and continue on with that. However, if she decides to actually retire fully as a VTuber or any type of entertainer in that matter, then maybe something else will be able to help you. So I just kind of want to say, it's like, don't lose hope just because your content creator might leave, because like things changes are inevitable. Things will change throughout the years and you'll tend to grow. So you can only wish everyone else their best, and that you also get the best that you want. So yeah, I was just trying to bring like a good reflective time to it instead of just thinking about all the negatives. So I hope this was able to help you guys, and if not, it's understandable. I have to learn how to improve anyways. So I'll just look at this as a learning experience of how to better communicate what I'm try to process. So, but if you agree, disagree, or wanna put your mornings down in the comments below, feel free to. If not, that's alright. And with that being said, it's girl JJB signing out, and I hope you guys have a great one. Bye bye.